up, my darling witches? It's Luna on a beautiful pre-spring day. It's 64 degrees and it's not even noon yet. Uh-oh. And my curtains are blowing, so I might have to shut that window. But looky, I've got on my summer morning gown and my summer robe, and I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts because St. Patrick's Day is coming, and in Northeast Ohio, that usually means a snowstorm. So, but today, I am here for an unboxing. And what I am unboxing is the Fallen Angel Oracle cards. Ooh, wait a minute. There we go. That's a little bit. Okay, sorry about the bad accents this morning and the Kleenex on the desk. Okay, Fallen Angel Oracle cards. Discover the art and wisdom of prediction with this insightful book and 72 cards by Nigel Suckling. I bet he got teased an awful lot, poor guy. Some images of angels. Every legendary villain has a story ultimately more fascinating than their heroic counterpart. The fallen angels in this book are no exception. Zepar, the angel who makes women love men, reveals the complications of an affair. Guzian, who can see the past, present, and future, calls upon you to let intuition rule, while Shax, who has the appearance of a stork, warns you to protect your wealth. Choose a card for daily insight or lay them out for a reading just like tarot, and you will find that your interpretations have depth and relevance. There's a promise. The accompanying book shows how to lay out the cards for a reading and reveals their meanings. Nigel Suckling is a respected author writing in the mind, body, spirit, and fantasy art fields. His books include those on angels, werewolves, fairies, vampires, witches, and unicorns. He is based in Kent, UK, and I am based in Kent, USA. So what do you know there? We're twins. Illustrated by Sarah Perkins. So, okay, I want to know. So he just wrote the deck, right? And she did the artwork. And this is published by CICO Books, CICO. It's only one of like 2 decks, I think, that are published by CICO. I'm going to open my catalog and check that out for you. Because it's a weird publisher, not one you see often. Okay, and then we have the box here with a this kind of lid. All right. All right, so here we've got the thing where there are inserts so that the cards fit, and then the book. I'm not really down with this kind of packaging because the cards slip. You see, as I'm pulling them out, cards slip down in. And what the hell? I ended up pulling the whole insert out. So we got this thing inside. So the cards fit, and then the book goes down the slot on the side, but the cards go down the slot too. I have a feeling I'm going to be pulling that piece out. We'll find out. Okay. All right, let me just check this CICO Books thing here. Whoops. Find them all. Ooh, there are a few. So we have, the first one is Celtic Messages. Then we have Fallen Angel, okay. And then we have Mermaids and Dolphins, which that is a deck that my son owns. Okay, so they have published a few decks. Here's the book. Discover the art and wisdom of prediction with this insightful book and 72 cards. Gain a unique perspective on the darker side of angel cards. Beautiful illustrations evoke the dark charm of these mysterious creatures. Use these cards for daily insight. All right, set that aside for a mo, and let me zoom you in, as we do. Come on. All right. Here are the backs. A lovely kind of old aesthetic. An angel looking like, you know, a memorial statue from a cemetery, and an archway. Obviously, they're directional. So one assumes that they do not look at reverse meanings. Okay. We'll figure that out later. But that's usually the first clue. Oops! I'm going to do them this way. All right. So we have an image. This is a collage type image. And we have the number, the angel name, and a keyword. So this is bail, secrecy. Agares, strength, turmoil. Oop, I got ashes flying my way. I don't know if you can hear the wind. You might be able to. It's very breezy. And it's beautiful. Okay. Marbus, discovery. So I'm going to go through pretty quickly because the images themselves, since I'm not familiar with the angels, I don't, I'm not attributing anything to these images. Certainly got graveyard stuff going on. Strength and turmoil, that's like a Caesar statue, I think. Discovery, proofless, revolution. Look at the owl and the flames. Amen, vision, diplomacy, with an owl. So there do seem to be animals involved with all of them here. We've got a frog. It looks like it has angel wings. There's a hawk, a lion, an owl, and another owl. Barbados, or Barbatos, spirit of nature. We've got a moth. What do they call those moths? They look like lobster tails. Booer, help and healing with crow, possibly. Guzian, choice, and there's a wolf. Botus, justice, with a snake. Bathan, travel. That looks like another snake-ish. Person, P-U-R-S-O-N, success, and we have a lion statue, and we have like a weeping angel here, but I don't see like a live creature. Eligor, conflict, and we've got a winged horse. Larage, I don't know how you would pronounce that. Larigi. Moderation, and I don't see any image of an animal anywhere here. Valifor, honesty. Again, no animal, just statues. Then we have Morax. We've got a bird's wing and a bull, leadership. Epos, caution. Some blue feathers. Nibirius, completion. There's a crow. Glacia labolis, danger. So we've got kind of a dog with these sweeping wings. Zipar, seduction. Got roses there. Billith, upheaval, with a Celtic cross. Citri, celebration, with a leopard. Paimon. Why does that remind me of Golden Compass? I can't remember what her what did they call him? Daemon. What her daemon's name was. Wisdom. And we have no animal there either. Belial, number 23 is friendship. There are horses in the background. Boon or Boone. Looks like an eagle. Adventure. Fornius, honesty. Renove, exhaustion. We've got a gargoyle there. Berith, transformation. Astaroth, misfortune. Foras, celebration. Furfur, evaluation. We've got a deer or an elk, stag there. Marcosius, partnership. And look at the wolf head on the angel statue. I like that a lot. Malphas, danger. Vipar, illusion. Sabnock, discretion. Asmodee, upheaval. I know the sigil for this one and I love it. Certainly looks like upheaval. Gop, change, development. Shax, danger of loss. With swans or egrets. There. Crocell, mystery. Furcus, take advice. Murmur, history. Looks like a griffin there. Came or Kaim, disputation. There's a blackbird. Rom, upheaval. Another blackbird. Halphas, respite. Focalor, turmoil. You want to say vine, but it's probably vine, danger. There's a lioness. Bifrons, new chapter. Gamigan, confusion. And, you know, I want to say, I see danger here, but, I mean, we've seen danger in other cards, too. Gamigan, confusion. Yeah, I'm confused. Zagan, transformation. There's a bull. Aureus, inspiration. Valak, resolution. Gomori, love. There's a camel back there. Decarabia, recuperation. Amdusius, harmony, another wingedish horse. Oh, it's a unicorn. Andrus, morals, conflict. Andrialphus, persuasion, with a big peacock. Look at that golden peacock. Wow. Os, Orose, danger. Danger again. We've had a lot of cards that just say danger. Aim, upheaval. Wasn't there another? There was another upheaval. Oribus, honesty. There's been another honesty. Vapula, command. Okay, so I am getting very confused. There's a white horse there. Chimeris, settlement. Avnas, enlightenment. Flaros, restraint with a hawk. Balaam, another hawk. Quiet string. Allocer, vigilance. Salios, refreshment. Vual, harmony. Hagenti, renewal. Phoenix, rebirth. Well, yeah. Stolas, recuperation, more owl. Seer, change, travel. Dantalion is empathy, and Andromalius is deception. Oh, that's one of my favorite statues, the Laocoon. Okay. Interesting stuff here. Can't wait to get into the book. Let's light up my charcoal, if I can manage with the breeze a-blowing. Oh, come on, light up again. Come on, do the thing. All right. Oh, you can't see my cauldron. Oh, well. I guess I'll back out a little bit here. Okay, that looks good. So before I even shuffle, let's pause and invite allies and ancestors, guides and guardians to come be with me now. Show me the potential of this deck. I come at it with a goodwill to pull out information for my viewers that is insightful, useful, practical, and accurate. Okay, let's put a little bit of Fire of Azrael here before I even shuffle. Okay, I offer you fresh water. I offer you the Fire of Azrael. Let's see what you got. First of all, the shuffle test. It feels like it's going to shuffle pretty well. Oh, yeah. So bravo, CICO, for making cards from actual card stock. And not like suitable for framing board. One more. And then we will cut, spread and pull. All right. Well, let's take a look at the book first. I'm going to do 3 cuts and then I'm going to spread. And I'm very excited today because today, actually the day I'm shooting this, which is the day before you're seeing it, I'm getting my fanning powder. So I can deal with decks that refuse to be shuffled or fanned. All right. Fallen Angel by CICO Books. So we have this beautiful full-color book. The copyright is 2020, so this is a newbie. The text, Nigel Suckling 2011, design and illustration, CICO Books 2011. Then we have editor Marion Paul, designer Paul Tilby, illustrator Sarah Perkins. So again, I am confused as to whether the artist of the entire deck is, what was her name again? Sarah Perkins. Okay, now let's look at the back here. The spelling of the angels' names is as Johann Weyer's original Latin text, as in, is as in. Whew. As are the alternative names sometimes given in brackets. These he took from his source manuscript, which he calls the Archive of the Acherontic, i.e. hellish, vassals, or Liber Officiorum Spiritum, meaning the Book of the Offices of the Spirits. The alternative name spelling suggests that this was itself a collection of earlier texts. The Latin text was translated into English by Reginald Scott in 1584 for his famous volume, The Discovery of Witchcraft. I used to have that book, and I want to get it again. Somebody borrowed it. Thanks, Scott. One of the reasons I don't lend books anymore. Publisher's acknowledgments. Okay, so there isn't really an acknowledgement for Sarah, who may be the one that illustrated this whole deck. Okay, introductions. The origins of the cards. In these uncertain times when it's hard to tell angels from demons, who better to point the way through life than those who know both sides of the stories? Angels who have fallen from grace. These angels were banished from heaven for various reasons, some because when Adam was created they refused to bow before him and accept him as a superior being. Others for almost the opposite reason, because they fell in love with the beautiful daughters of men and took them as wives. There are also the angels who fell to earth seemingly by accident during the great war between Lucifer and the other archangels. Whatever their origin, the fallen angels view our world from behind the scenes and with a clearer view than we have of the invisible mechanisms that govern our lives. They also have an ambivalent morality closer to that of pagan gods or the Celtic fairy folk than that usually attributed to angels and demons. So where, you may be wondering, have the angels in our pack of cards come from? We could have chosen from any number, but wanted an existing coherent group who between them display a wide range of talents and inclinations and who might reasonably be expected to cooperate in fortune-telling. And just such a group is clearly documented in several manuscripts of venerable antiquity. So I'm looking for the Goetia here. Since the days of wise King Solomon, some 3,000 years ago, legends have existed that he built his marvelous temple with the aid of demons and fallen angels, whom he compelled to work by means of a magical ring given to him by the archangel Michael. This ring had a stone engraved with a powerful sigil or symbol known as Solomon's seal, which the fallen angels were powerless to resist. Okay. So the 72 Other accounts number these beings at precisely 72, and along with their legions of followers, they were set to work on the temple in various roles according to their talents. When the temple was complete, Solomon supposed to have sealed up the angels in a magical brass vessel, which he threw into a lake near Babylon. There they should have remained until the end of time, but some Babylonians heard rumors of what Solomon had done. Thinking that the brass vessel must contain great treasure, they fished it out of the lake and broke it open, whereupon the trapped spirits flocked out and dispersed. The various lists of these angels' names are often wildly at odds with each other. But for this pack, all except 3 of the 72 are taken from Johann Weyer's 1563 treatise De Praestigiis Daemonum on the illusions of demons. This is a detailed argument against the infamous Malleus Maleficarum, the manual of witch hunters, which was used for centuries across Europe. Okay. To get to know and use these cards is not necessary to know anything about their origins, or rather the origin of the angels they represent. You can just skip to the next section and begin using them. Okay, we will. There's the Ars Goetia finally mentioned. Okay, the gender of angels. Technically, angels are androgynous, although in most biblical and occult writings, because they are resolutely referred to as he. Although in most biblical and occult writings, because they are resolutely referred to as he. That sentence doesn't make sense. Technically, angels are androgynous, although in most biblical and occult writings, because they are resolutely referred to as he. Let's take the because out, and it makes sense. This is partly due to there being no obvious gender-neutral term, but it's also part of the general suppression of the feminine side in all biblical writings. Thank you. Among the most famous heavenly angels, the dragon-slaying Michael is clearly masculine enough in the traditional warrior sense, but with a little imagination, both Gabriel and Raphael could easily be thinly disguised pagan goddesses, Gabriel being the one who announces the conceptions of both John the Baptist and Jesus to their mothers, while Raphael is the healer and counselor. It often surprises people to learn that just 3 angels, not counting Satan in his various guises, are actually mentioned by name in the Bible. Just 3, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael appears only in the Catholic and Orthodox book of Tobit. In this pack we have, for simplicity, generally followed the convention of referring to angels as he. Come on now, except where they are, for one reason or another, fairly clearly female. Why didn't you just go with they? Boo. Thank you for the acknowledgement and then tossing it out in practice. Okay, each card in the pack is assigned an astrological element. Not essential to take this into account when reading a spread. It does help refine your interpretation. And then it gives the characters of the elements. Air is intellect, water emotions, fire action, earth material world, and we get keywords. Okay, sometimes the association is less clear. All right, and then we have planetary attributions too. So sun, for example, is person, the moon is Fornius. All right, so you have this reference where it describes the planets. How to lay out the cards. If you're experienced with tarot readings, your favorite layout for them will work equally well with these cards. So we have a 3-card spread. First is the past. Second is the situation. Third is the outcome. And then a 5-card spread where card to the west shows the recent past. Okay, first in the center is the overall nature of the situation. West is the recent past. 3, the likely outcome or destiny. 4, the subtle spiritual influences behind the situation. And 5, for the spiritual outcome, how you will feel about what may happen. I think I'm going to go for that one. And then we've got a Celtic cross. Current situation, obstacles, recent past. It goes 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. What the hell? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you go 1, 2, and then 5 is the recent past, and then we read destiny. foundations, your next move. So you lay them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then you read them 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 6. 6 is your next move, the questioner, the environment, emotions, outcome. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. But we're going to go with the 5 card. Solomon's Seal. Yep. Looking at the Yoni Yantra. Okay, the Solomon Seal configuration. So that is a spread, 7-card pyramid spread. That's a really good spread. I've always liked this I've used it with the meanings of past, present, future, description of the situation, attitude of another, obstacle, outcome. And you lay them out like this, but you read this one first for here's the issue that we're focusing on. So that's a good spread too. And then for each of the cards, we have the title and the number. We have the element, the planet, a message, adopt a cloak of invisibility so you can further your plans discreetly, and then a description of that demon. And then the card motto. So the keyword that's on the card is at the very bottom. And then when we get to the end, I think that's just, yep, that's it. All right. Time to do some picking. All right, I'm gonna shuffle some more, and then I will spread and pull. All right. Question I'm asking is, what do I and my viewers need to know today? Everyone that is clicking in on this reading. Okay, so we've got 2 out already. What do we need to know? What is the thing that we need to know the most? Please give us your insight clearly to the mind of this reader. Ooh, boy, okay, I think we got them all. Yeah, there we go. Proof loss. This one came up upright, so I think you're going in the center. All right. Revolution. And then we go 2, 3, 4 down below and 5 up above. Gonna move my crystal. All right, see if we can get everything visible here. Number 1, Proofless Revolution. Now this first card is the overall nature of the situation about which you are inquiring. So I'm asking about what we need to know for where we are whenever we're watching this video, and we have revolution come up first. So it's time for radical change. Prooflas, it's also known as Bufas. I'm going to be taking this and comparing it to my Solomon's Key deck and just see how they line up name-wise and meaning-wise. The element is air, the planet is sun. At times of confusion and misunderstanding, seek like-minded allies. Proofless originally dwelt at the site of the Tower of Babylon, where she often took the form of a bright pillar of flame or a figure with an owl's head against a background of flames. So we have, sorry, there's an owl here. That's not the one, it doesn't have an owl's head. Okay. Against a background of flames, the owl being her totem bird. She is the enemy of complacency and arrogance and likes to stir up conflict and war, giving generous aid to the side that she favors. Her appearance heralds revolution, an upheaval that may be alarming and cause some grief, but can lead to good in the end. Okay. All right, let's just go on and see. So again, stirring things up, an upheaval that may be alarming, but is going to ultimately take us to a good place. This one is the recent past, exhaustion. Wow. Okay, I mean, right now we're talking about the changes that this pandemic has brought to our culture. It was certainly a revolution, a forced revolution, and almost a backing into change revolution. You know, we got forced into shutdown by the pandemic, and we had to back into this change just to survive and figure out how to function. So nearest past is 26 Renove. Element is fire, planet is Mars. Beware of venting your rage on innocent bystanders in the face of defeat and frustration. That's the message. And yeah, in exhaustion, we lash out. And our exhaustion, we've been worn down so far that we're ouchy. We're exhausted, we're ouchy. When wait, I'm reading the wrong one. Whoopsie. Renove's totem beast is a monster or gargoyle. There's the gargoyle. He represents the shadow side of our character, which emerges when even the most even-tempered and cheerful of us feel beset by enemies and unfair treatment. Indeed. Then we are likely to inflict our frustrations on innocent friends and family as if they were to blame, driving them away at a time when they could help us through our difficulties. Everyone suffers defeat and injustice at times. Misplaced rage only makes the situation worse. So, not only the pandemic, but the politics we were dealing with through the pandemic certainly had us at each other's throats. A lot of family members are estranged now because of those politics that, of course we lashed out at each other, and there were damn good reasons for lashing out at each other. So this is just foundation of this revolutionary change that we find ourselves in. Card number 3 stands for the likely outcome or destiny of the situation on the immediate practical level. Honesty. Fornius is honesty, and it's number 25. Be honest and clear about your aims and all will go well. Fornius represents the art of rhetoric, including fluency in other tongues, and this is Earth and Moon, by the way. This, combined with honesty in all your dealings, leads to acquiring a good reputation and popularity even with your enemies, who will respect a worthy and outspoken opponent. This angel's totem beast is a sea monster, signifying deep knowledge and understanding of the subconscious, including our own shadow side, the faults we prefer to disregard but which trip us up when ignored. Okay, so the practical outcome here is we have learned the art of rhetoric. We have learned who we can negotiate with and who we can resolve things with. Somebody would make a political post, somebody else would go off with all kinds of fictional nonsense, and attempts at discussion were met with insanity, so ties were broken. But then there were instances where, and this started with the Me Too movement too, instances where somebody was posting something, somebody was inappropriate, somebody called them out appropriately, a discussion ensued, perhaps apologies and acceptances happened, and change was negotiated. Change, people learned and moved on. So with honesty, the practical outcome is that we've learned how to be honest and to accept what other people are being honest with us. When they're showing us who they are, we accept it. So on the practical level, everybody is being much more forthcoming and honest. Number 4, the card to the south represents the subtle spiritual influences behind the situation, the psychological climate that has brought it about. And honesty. Okay, so Oribus is also honesty. Let's see how they differ. Again, we've got cards with the same basic meaning, which means you're going to be pulling a book out. I wish they had changed the keywords. Okay, so this one is air and Jupiter. This one was earth and moon. Be honest and clear about your aims. This one says resist any temptation to achieve your desires by devious means. They will only backfire. So, this could be dishonesty. That this one deals with honesty. Be honest in everything you do. Honest and clear about your aims. And this one warns against being tempted to do things by devious means. So I would have called this one dishonesty. Oribus' totem beast is the noble horse. Oribus, too, is noble by nature, generously sharing his great knowledge of mystical things with humans through dreams and inspirations. He's a champion of honesty in all dealings and delights in exposing lies and false promises. When you get this, you need to examine your conscience to be sure you're not misleading others any more than you would mind being misled by them. Beware of guilty secrets coming to light. So, we could have said here, let's see, like dishonesty revealed, something like that, because it says that he's a champion of honesty, delights in exposing lies. So this could be lies exposed, dishonesty exposed. All right, so the foundation of this is people doing devious things that got exposed. The foundation of the BLM movement was people with phone cameras. So dishonesty exposed is the foundation of all this. The card to the north, so spiritually, is just people talking one way and behaving another. Stands for the spiritual outcome, or how you will feel about what happens, and it's Gomori, love. Wow. Gremory is the other name. Element is air and Venus. Romance, or the renewal of an existing love, is on the horizon. Gomori often appears as a beautiful crowned princess riding a camel. So there's the camel back there. Her talent is to tell of the past, present, and future. She can also reveal hidden treasures and help find things that are lost. With something material, the trick is to ask Gomori out loud to reveal its whereabouts. If the object has not been destroyed, it will usually become apparent very soon. More often, she helps recover lost truths and insights. Gomori can also cause people to fall in love, particularly young girls. So the love part comes in the last sentence. Past, present, and future. So she reveals hidden things. So our new spiritual understanding and how we will feel about the outcome of this revolution is that we can regain something that's been lost. We can find hidden treasures. So what I'm getting from this is we can kind of find ourselves again. We can really find our own integrity and our own, a new way of being collectively, and a new love for each other because of this quarantine. I mean, I know we're all thinking about when we're getting back together with people and what we're going to be doing, and I'm sure long hugs with family members is going to be part of that. So, okay, so we're in a revolution. We were lashing out at each other in the beginning. We're learning a new way of being honest. We had dishonesties revealed, and we're coming out of it with a newfound love and respect for each other and recovering of what was lost. That's pretty damn good. I gotta say, I am liking these. So I am going to take and pull out my Solomon's Key deck and go through them. Now, this deck doesn't have all the information like the days and the hours of the days. It doesn't have their sigils anywhere, and I know a lot of people that work with demons and angels do work with those sigils, and they're beautiful. I love them. I'm very attracted to them. So I'm really interested to pair this up with my deck and do some reading, because also, I mean, some of these demons, when you look at what they stand for, it's just dire and horrific. And you look at how people have spun their classical interpretations into a modern, useful thing. And sometimes that takes them very, very far away from where they started. So, listen, can you hear the birds? There we go. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. I'm kind of digging this deck. Let me know how you feel down below. Please feel free to shoot me a donation if you value my channel and you'd like to support it. You can join my Patreon and get some goodies. If you join at the initiate level, you can be in on our Zoom calls. I am thinking of going to Zoom calls for readings for the signs. And or just having a monthly gathering. If you join at the priestess level, you're going to get some exclusive content in basically an astrology course. How to be an astrologer, how to read your own chart. I'm dishing up all the secrets there. So that's $9 a month. Basic support is $3 a month. The goddess level, you can actually get a personal reading from me every month, one-on-one Zoom time for whatever you want to use it for. You can buy me a deck, and if you do, I will read for you on my unboxing, and that link is down below too. You can find me on Facebook at TheZenWitch, Tarot and Astrology. I basically just post videos there, but if you drop a comment, I will respond to you no matter where you drop it. All right, you guys, I hope that you're enjoying some spring-like weather when and wherever you are. I will see you tomorrow for my prayer circle on the new moon. And that's March 13th, 2021, if you're watching this decades down the road. Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging with me. This is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.